Stop for a moment, because something about you has been confusing people for far longer than you realize. There are individuals who have looked at your face, heard your age, and silently questioned whether they heard correctly. Some smiled. Some became uncomfortable. Some even went home thinking about you. Because what they see and what they expect simply do not match. You may believe nothing unusual is happening, but there are conversations taking place about you that you know nothing about. Someone recently mentioned how young you look. Someone else wondered how you still carry that energy after everything you have endured. And someone who has not seen you in years was completely shocked the moment they looked at you again. But here's where things become strange. This has very little to do with physical appearance. There is another reason hidden beneath the surface. Your face may have remained youthful, but your spirit carries something even more powerful. People sense it before they understand it. They notice your presence before they notice your features. They feel something around you that time somehow failed to touch. And the person who secretly watches you the most has recently become unable to explain why you continue appearing younger, stronger, and brighter than expected. What happened next changed everything. There are people who expected life to leave visible marks on you. They saw your struggles. They knew your disappointments. They witnessed your losses. Some secretly believed that time would eventually dim your light. But instead, every difficult season seemed to create something unusual inside you. The pain that should have aged you somehow refined you. The disappointments that should have hardened you somehow softened your spirit. This is why certain people become quiet when they see you. They compare the years that have passed to the person standing in front of them, and the numbers simply do not make sense. But that's not the most surprising part. Some individuals feel jealous without understanding why. They wonder why your energy remains attractive while their own has faded. They ask themselves why your presence feels younger than your age. And deep inside, they realize that what you possess cannot be purchased, copied, or created. Someone has recently compared themselves to you and walked away feeling unsettled. Another person who once underestimated you now watches you from a distance, wondering what changed. Yet the truth is that nothing changed. You simply carried something within you that time could never take away. And then something unexpected happened. The older you became, the stronger your energy appeared. Most people expect age to remove light, but in your case, it seems to have increased it. There is a reason strangers remember you. There is a reason old connections suddenly return. There is a reason people who left your life sometimes reappear without explanation. They sense that something valuable remains inside you. Here's where things get strange. There is someone thinking about you right now who cannot understand why your image keeps returning to their mind. They have seen many people, met many faces, and forgotten countless conversations, yet somehow your energy remains. It is not simply attraction. It is not merely curiosity. It feels deeper than that. Because the qualities that preserved your appearance also preserved your spirit. Your kindness survived disappointment. Your hope survived delays. Your heart survived situations that should have broken it. People notice this even when they cannot explain it. Some admire it. Others envy it. And one particular person has started realizing that your value is far greater than they once believed. But that's not the most surprising part. There have been secret conversations involving you. Someone recently said, "They haven't changed at all." Another person wondered how you still carry the same light after everything you experienced. A certain individual became uncomfortable because your growth reminded them of what they lost. They expected you to become bitter. They expected your struggles to change your heart. Instead, they witnessed something impossible. You became stronger without becoming cold. You became wiser without becoming distant. And this is exactly what shocks people. Because many lose themselves as the years pass, but somehow you have remained connected to something timeless. What happened next changed everything. The same people who once overlooked you have started paying attention. The same people who ignored your worth have begun noticing your presence. Someone who rarely thinks about anyone has been quietly thinking about you. Someone who once walked away has started wondering if they made a mistake. And then something unexpected happened. The universe began revealing why your age and appearance create such strong reactions. You carry an energy that cannot be measured by years. While others measure age through numbers, people measure you through feelings. They feel comfort around you. They feel peace around you. Sometimes they even feel intimidated because your presence reminds them of something they have lost within themselves. There is a hidden admiration surrounding you right now. Someone secretly wishes they understood your strength. Someone wishes they had your resilience. Someone wishes they had protected what they once had with you. But here is where things become truly mysterious. The people who are most affected by your energy are often the ones who never expected to care about you. They begin watching from a distance. They ask about you through others. They become curious about your life. And one person, in particular, has realized that your beauty was never only physical. They are beginning to understand that what keeps you youthful is not appearance, but the light you protected through every difficult season. There is one final truth that very few people know. Your appearance has shocked people because your soul refused to age with your pain. While others surrendered to disappointment, you carried your light forward. While others became bitter, you remained open. And because of this, your presence has become unforgettable. But someone has recently discovered something even more surprising about you. They have realized that your energy has become stronger, not weaker, with time. They have started asking questions they cannot answer. Why are they suddenly thinking about you? Why does your face remain in their mind? Why does your presence feel different from everyone else? Because what they are seeing is not simply your appearance. They are seeing the result of every battle you survived. They are seeing the light that refused to disappear. And very soon, this realization will lead to a conversation, a revelation, or a return that nobody expected. Because the secret behind your age and your appearance is connected to something much bigger that has only now begun to reveal itself. And when that hidden truth finally comes into the light, the people who doubted you may never see you the same way again. There is a reason certain people become uncomfortable when they look at you now. They may smile. They may act normal. They may even pretend nothing has changed. But deep inside, they are asking themselves a question they cannot answer. How did you become even stronger after everything you went through? How did your light survive when life gave you every reason to lose it? And the strange part is that some of these people once believed they knew exactly how your story would end. They expected disappointment to change your face. They expected pain to take your peace. They expected time to slowly steal your energy. Instead, they are now witnessing something that makes no sense to them. Your appearance seems untouched by the battles you fought. Your spirit feels younger than your years. And someone who has been quietly observing you recently realized that you have become even more attractive with time. But that's not the most surprising part. This person has started comparing everyone they meet to you, and somehow nobody carries the same energy. What happened next changed everything. There is a hidden reason why people remember your face long after seeing you. It is not simply beauty. It is not simply appearance. It is the feeling your energy leaves behind. Some people leave a room and are forgotten within hours. But others leave behind a presence that stays for years. You belong to the second kind. This is why old connections suddenly return. This is why certain people continue watching from a distance. Someone who has not spoken to you in a long time still wonders about you. Someone who once walked away occasionally checks to see how you are doing. And someone who thought they had forgotten you recently realized they never truly did. Here's where things get strange. The more time passes, the more valuable you become in their mind. Because distance has allowed them to understand something they failed to see before. And then something unexpected happened. There are conversations taking place about you that you know nothing about. Someone recently mentioned your name. Someone asked how you have been. Another person admitted that you still look exactly the same, or perhaps even better than before. But behind these words is another feeling that remains hidden. Regret. Some people regret not appreciating your value. Some regret walking away too quickly. Others regret assuming that your light would disappear with time. Instead, they have watched you grow stronger. And this realization has become difficult for them to accept. Because while they expected you to struggle, you continued moving forward. While they expected your energy to fade, it became brighter. And now they find themselves wondering whether they made the biggest mistake of their lives. But that's not the most surprising part. There is one person who feels something far deeper than regret. This person notices the changes in you even when nobody else does. They see your strength. They recognize your growth. They sense that something unusual surrounds you. Yet they cannot explain why your presence affects them so strongly. Sometimes they think about reaching out. Sometimes they replay old conversations. Sometimes they imagine what would happen if they spoke to you again. And every time they try to move forward, your energy quietly returns to their mind. What happened next changed everything. This person recently realized that your appearance is not what attracts them the most. It is your spirit. It is the way you survived. It is the way you remained kind despite everything that happened. And this realization has begun changing the way they see you. Here's where things get strange. Your youthful energy is connected to something much deeper than appearance. It comes from the dreams you refused to abandon. It comes from the hope you protected when others gave up. It comes from your ability to love even after disappointment. Many people lose these things as they grow older, but somehow you kept them alive. And because of this, your energy feels different. People notice it without understanding it. They feel peaceful around you. They feel inspired around you. Some even feel nervous around you because your presence reminds them of the light they lost within themselves. Someone secretly wishes they had your strength. Someone admires your resilience from a distance. And someone has become deeply curious about the reason your spirit feels untouched by time. And then something unexpected happened. The universe began preparing a revelation that very few people saw coming. Someone who once overlooked you has started paying attention. Someone who once ignored your value is beginning to understand it. The same people who doubted you are now questioning themselves. Because the truth they tried to avoid has become impossible to ignore. You were never losing your light. You were becoming it. Every difficult season was shaping something extraordinary inside you. Every disappointment was protecting something valuable. And the people who only looked at your age or your appearance completely missed the greatest secret of all. Because there is still one thing they do not know. There is one reason why time seems to move differently around you. There is one hidden quality that keeps your energy alive while others lose theirs. And very soon, someone who has been watching you in silence will finally understand why they could never forget you. Because the next revelation will not only shock them. It may completely change the connection they have with you forever.